Jules.
And I'm Ski.
And this is Oh My Gosh.
What?
And don't forget to like, share, subscribe, follow.
Yes.
All the things.
All the things.
Yeah.
Yeah. So today's episode is going to be covering grief. And this is going to be about kind of like not only the kind that comes from like losing a loved one, but also it's going to come from like losing what you thought life was going to be. We're going to be covering a ton of topics on grief, and we actually have a guest today. We have Vanessa.
Just our guest, Vanessa.
She's literally amazing. She's been through loss of a parent, pet,
Yeah.
friendships, all the
loss you could think of.
A lot of loss, actually. So before we actually dive into the episode, we're gonna let Vanessa just introduce herself.
Take the wheel.
My heart's like pounding. I feel like I'm on stage right now.
Oh.
Like about to sing in front of a bunch of people.
Do it.
I mean, we wouldn't mind.
Yeah.
It'd be fine.
Yeah. So my name's Vanessa. I am 36, but I like to say that I'm 25 forever.
Yeah.
Because why not? I was born in Southern California, but grew up in Las Vegas, where I met you guys. And I now live in Colorado, and I've been there for about 5 years.
Yay.
And I love it.
Yeah, you love Colorado.
Yeah, I do. It's beautiful.
It really
Sometimes I miss Vegas, right? There's so many things, but I do really love Colorado.
That's cool.
So yeah.
What's one thing that you do miss about Las Vegas?
Oh my God, the food.
Like Roberto's?
Like being able to get taquitos whenever I want, not having an issue. Yeah, the food for sure. Always having something to do, because everything closes early where I live. So
Yeah.
But like, it's so beautiful there.
It really is.
The mountain air and
I always love driving through Colorado.
so beautiful.
I've never driven through Colorado.
Oh my God.
I want to go still. We have to.
There's
make
like
a trip.
a
Red Rocks. That's what we need to do.
Yeah.
There's a part in when I leave Colorado, like coming to Las Vegas, where it's kind of like steep and scary. Do you know what I'm talking about?
There's tons
Yeah.
of places like because the mountain towns get so those little windy roads.
Yeah,
when
and
you
like
go
people
up.
are speeding.
Yeah. Oh, it's
Oh,
insane.
wow.
And there's no
Yeah, like if you just do, if
there's
you
no
just
guard.
kind of just, you're dead.
there's
You're
no
done.
guardrails.
No.
That's hella
It's
sketchy.
literally terrifying. And you're like, the speed limit says 55, but they're going 100. Oh
It's
my God.
conflicting because you're like, this is stunning, but I could fall to my death at any moment.
I
Right.
actually went through those mountains to Colorado during a snowstorm one time.
I've been there. People, I mean,
Terrifying.
it's
That is
scary. You have to be
terrifying.
really, really careful because people.
And like I don't drive through snow, so it was awful. I had to listen to Taylor Swift like the entire time.
Oh my God, I'm sure that Taylor Swift would be.
You know
having
what's
a
funny
down.
is I took that trip with my mom when we were living in Kansas, and my mom's calming music was LL Cool J, and I was
love
like,
that.
"What the fuck?"
That's so random.
Yeah, so I remember like listening to an entire album of Taylor Swift, and then my mom goes, "How about we listen to LL
about we
Cool
listen to
J?"
my music?
Yeah, and
Yeah,
I was like,
like,
"No,
listen to
mom,
my
no."
music, Mom.
I could barely see in front of me,
my
you know,
God.
but
You're
it's
like,
just
I can't
funny.
handle LL Cool J right
Yeah,
now.
it was just so funny.
That's so funny.
Yeah.
I love it.
All right, well, now that we kind of like just talked about,
I mean, we should just keep talking about snow because I
I know, right?
That's way.
We're
less
gonna
than
change.
something.
We're gonna change
Yeah.
the topic.
Yeah.
It's not about grief. This is about snow and driving
it's
through
about
it. I like looking at snow.
Yeah. It's actually, okay, if we are still going to talk about this,
Yeah.
though, I actually, when I moved out to Colorado, I thought it was going to be horrible driving in the snow. I love it.
Really?
Oh my God, you're like a professional snow driver.
It's
Wow.
wild. Like, on the days where, like, basically my job would be like, we're shutting down, I'm like, I'm still down. Can I come into work? Because, like, I want to drive in the snow. It's fun.
You're like, I can do it.
I'm ready. I have, like, my parka. I got my boots on. I'm like, this is the dream.
Oh my
yeah.
God, in a past life, you must have been like an Eskimo or something.
Totally.
Yeah, you had
Totally.
to have been.
I mean, growing up in Vegas, you never get snow, so
No.
when you get it, you're like, this shit's unreal.
Mm-hmm.
It's
Yeah.
so beautiful. I just want to be in it.
Yeah.
Yeah, it's incredible.
That's
cool.
cool.
Yeah.
Yeah. I'm
Listen
really
to
happy
us.
for you.
So now we can move on.
Yeah. Now
So-
we're moving on to the real episode.
Yeah. Well, like we said,
to the dark stuff.
Which is crazy
Yeah.
because I feel
The
like
deep
when the three
stuff.
of us are together, we have like a lot of fun.
Oh my
Yeah.
god.
This is like it's going to be more of a serious episode.
I know.
Yeah, but we'll still have fun.
Maybe.
Yeah,
I hope.
we'll make grief fun somehow. I don't know. I don't know. I don't think that's how that's gonna go. But
Like you're trying to be positive.
We got this.
No, grief can be fun, guys.
Yeah, it's so fun.
Okay.
No, it can't be.
No, actually,
Everyone's like clutching their pearls. They're like, what? What are they gonna say next?
so grief Grief is not fun.
So yeah, why don't we dive into
But
like
we,
what?
but hey, we all go through it.
Yeah.
And
Yeah.
so it's something that, like, talking about it might not be fun, but it can make you feel better.
Yeah, just to talk about it.
and
Just
we
to relate.
all go through grief.
Yeah.
Everybody.
So why don't we talk about what is grief?
So grief is, I think, different for everyone. I think the idea of grief usually comes in the form of grieving someone who has been lost, or, you know, when somebody dies, we think, oh, you have to grieve. But I think that grief can come in many forms. So that's a lot of what we're going to talk about today, is the different types of forms of grief. For me, grief can be grieving a loved one who's passed, grieving a life you thought you had, grieving a relationship you thought you were going to be in, grieving pets. So it's kind of all of that, I think.
Absolutely.
How do you feel about grief?
Oh, man. Yeah, like, it just comes in so many different forms. And if it's like, for the way it was for me, a consistent thing in your life, it's just something that you carry. It's something that, like, kind of hangs on your back, and you just always have it with you, and you kind of just have to, like, take it as it comes in and deal with it day by day. So yeah.
It definitely hangs around. I
Oh,
would
for
say.
sure.
Yeah.
For sure. And it's like how you interact with it. Like, are you going to let it consume you in a negative way, or are you going to just kind of be like, okay, this is grief I'm feeling, and that's okay, and life still goes on. But it can be hard.
Yeah.
Yeah, I think grief is definitely a part of the learning process of life and being a human, because we all have to go through grief. And like you guys mentioned too, it's how you process it, how you work through it, because, you know, you can either, there's a few ways that you can just be really down in the dumps, sad, sleeping all day, or eventually, I mean, I think that just gets to a point where you're like, I can't be like this all the time.
Yeah.
And you just have to kind of like pick yourself up and
You're not
just
functioning
stay
anymore,
busy,
yeah.
I guess.
Yeah.
And
Or you might circle back to
Yeah.
that. Like, you might think that you're doing really well, and then you get hit with the time
Oh, yeah.
where it's like, man, I'm really hurting right now
Yeah.
from whatever this is that I'm feeling.
And it can even be like a smell,
A song.
Oh, yeah.
Yeah.
Yeah, triggers, just little trigger
little
moments.
triggers.
Yeah, where
And
you're like,
I think
oof.
we'll definitely get into that, because there's some that I've had where I'm like, holy shit, I just got
Yeah.
completely transported to, like, a full-on memory
Yeah.
of someone or someplace, and yeah.
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 agree.
So,
And then you're crying in the middle of a King Soopers and you don't know what. No,
Yeah.
yeah.
That's so funny.
So Jules and Vanessa have both lost a parent. So I think that we should probably, you know, talk about that, and maybe you guys can reflect on everything you guys kind of went through. So the first question I have for you guys is, how old were you guys when you lost one of your parents?
parents.
Yeah.
Do you want to go first?
I'll go first. So when I hear this question, it's interesting because when you think about losing a parent, you think about when they're finally gone. But for me, because my dad was sick for so long, I felt like I grieved him in the middle, and then I lost him.
Yeah.
So technically the lost date was 20, but I think I lost him officially in high school.
Like, you were 20.
Yeah,
Okay.
I was 20. But I think, like, I lost the idea of him in high school.
Yeah.
So,
Yeah, and that's kind of the hard part when you lose someone to an illness or cancer. So for me, it was cancer, right? And it was, with my dad, it was so fast, because it was like he found out, boom, stage 4, and then it was like what you see in the movies, like 6 months later, he was gone.
yeah.
But it was like that same thing where, like, I was 33, and when it first happened, when I got the diagnosis, and then it was like I didn't lose him until I was 34. But that time was just like, I don't know, it was like a kind of a blur, and you don't really know, like, time is weird in that time.
It
You're just
is.
like nothing really is cohesive, and then by the time they're gone, they're a different version of themselves. Because I don't know about you, but, like, my dad was, like, completely different by the end.
Yeah.
So it's all just very confusing.
Yeah.
But yeah.
I agree with that. I think it's just
Yeah.
like when you're going through that part where they are changing and you're seeing that version of them that you don't really know anymore, that's when you really start to grieve it.
Yeah.
For me, that's how I felt.
Well, I think this is actually something I wanted to ask you about, because for me, it happened I lost my dad in my 30s. A huge thing that I felt after everything was said and done I was like, how would I have processed this in my 20s or in high school?
Yeah.
Because you're in such a different emotional place. Did it, like, do you think it would have been different for you if you experienced that in your 30s compared?
I think it would have been, just because you go through so much more life.
Yeah.
Whereas like when you're a teenager or in your early 20s, like my dad died a few weeks before I turned 21.
Oh, wow.
So I think I just didn't really know how to like maturely go through that. So my like version of grieving when he actually died was to just keep going.
Yeah.
Like I didn't really give myself time to say like I'm sad about this, because I had already been so sad about like who he was for so many years already, that it was like, well, he's gone officially, but I still have to keep going. So I like
Life goes on.
worked through it, and I don't think I ever really like processed it at that time. So over the years, I've had these ups and downs of processing it.
Yeah.
And that's like the part that people say like, oh, you grieve it and then you kind of move on. Like that's not realistic.
It's crazy. I feel like I went through the same exact thing.
Yeah.
I felt the same feelings. I don't think I would have dealt with it like that at 21 though, because I was like, my drinking was like out of control. I think I would have just been like straight to the bottle.
Yeah.
But because it happened to me at this time in my life, I definitely feel like I went through that, where I was like, okay, I have a mortgage. I have a life out of state. I have to go back to my life. I can't just like, I can't wallow in this.
Yeah.
I can't feel what I want to feel because I am an adult. I have to, like, life goes on.
Yeah.
So it seems kind of like you guys both kind of took the route of being like, I just need to like stay busy to take like my mind.
Oh my
off
God,
of it.
distractions.
Oh yeah. Like I was distraction queen.
Yeah, me too.
Do you guys think that like you in a way had to be strong for like maybe like your moms or like siblings or like anything like that? Or do you feel like everybody was just kind of like doing their own thing?
I actually didn't. My mom and my dad had been divorced since I was 5. They didn't have a relationship. You know, my mom was an amazing support, but there was no like, she did not need any consoling. She was just there for me. And my sister, same. Like my sister is like a very emotionally strong person and doesn't really, I haven't seen her break down a lot. So I think everybody was pretty much just there to support me, which was great.
Yeah.
Yeah. But I felt like a nightmare.
Yeah.
Even though you weren't.
Was I not? Okay.
No.
Because I felt like I was, but that's just because everything I was feeling inside, I was just like kind of pushing it down and yeah.
I felt like I had to be a little bit of a support because my mom and I really only had each other. Like we didn't have any real support system outside of each other.
Okay.
So we both went about it very similarly, where we just kind of said, okay, like this sucks, but we have to keep going because we don't know what else to do. And there weren't other people around to put that on.
No one's there to rescue you guys or anything. Yeah.
And I think it made us a lot closer in that sense because we only had each other. So it was like, well, we have to like stay together and like
It's us.
try to, it's just us now.
Yeah.
So we really did things together a lot and we made time for each other a lot. And we would like plan days where we'd go to the casino and she like taught me how to gamble.
Such a
and-
Vegas thing.
I know, right? And and we'd go to dinner and we'd go and play pool. And
I was just gonna say you guys would play pool a lot.
yeah,
I feel like this is like the most healing way to like deal with grief, in my opinion.
yeah,
mean, that's
because we had
awesome.
each other and it was like, oh gosh, like neither one of us know how to cook. Now we have to figure out how to make dinner for ourselves.
We got to figure it out.
Yeah, we had to
Wow.
just like figure it out together.
Yeah.
So
I mean, that sounds like, I don't know, maybe I'm off, but that sounds like a great way to deal with the loss of someone.
Yeah.
and just be together. At least we had each other. I think it would be different if we didn't have anybody.
Yeah.
Because I didn't really rely on like friends for that because I don't think anyone really knew like
Yeah.
what we were going through.
Yeah.
I think when we get to it or when we have a moment, the isolation, that's such an important thing to talk about when it comes to grief because you kind of, I can't speak for everyone, but there's this kind of thing where you want to isolate, but then you also don't want to be alone
Yeah.
because you're so scared. Like if I'm alone with these thoughts, if I'm alone with these feelings, I'm just going to like crumble.
I'm actually glad that
Yeah.
you are talking about that because like although like I haven't lost a parent, my husband lost his mom last year. And so like watching my husband go through that was really hard for me because again, it's like what do I do in this?
Yeah.
You know, like I was there the entire process before, because she had passed from cancer.
Right.
So I had to like watch her. It's a fly. The fly wants to be on the podcast.
Opinions.
Yeah. He's like, let me tell you something about grief.
But for real.
Yeah. But I just know, like, I was there until the day she passed, and I had to watch her kind of deteriorate a little bit. You know, the person
So
she was.
hard.
It's just like cancer really just like.
It tortures everyone involved.
It really
Every
does.
single person that's involved, it tortures.
It really does. And so I had to stay strong for him, and I also had to stay strong for my kids, because they lost their grandma. But yeah, I didn't really know what to do. It's like, do I like leave you alone, or do I comfort you? But when I comfort you, it seems like you don't. And I think that whole year was actually, it was really hard on our relationship.
Absolutely,
because I felt like no matter what I did, it didn't matter, because I realized that it was his journey, and he needed to do that on his own. And there was like nothing I could do to make anything better, because like I can't bring his mom back.
Right.
Yeah.
I also think the position of being being the partner of someone who's going through that is so hard.
It really is.
I mean, I know people, I have friends, it has made or broken their relationship.
Yeah.
Like it's just such a traumatic thing.
Yeah.
And I don't think that people are like prepared for the impact.
No.
So for you to go through that, I mean, and to still be together and
Oh
still
my
doing
God.
great.
Yeah. I mean, last year,
Yeah.
you guys was really rough. I mean, I didn't know if we were going to make it or not, because he needed to figure it out. But, you know, there just came a point where I was just like, I don't really feel like we're in a marriage anymore, because he was just so like disconnected from kind of like everyone.
Yeah.
But you know, he pulled through and he figured out like what he needed and stuff like that. But it's still hard.
Grief at that level of trauma can change someone on a fundamental level.
Yeah.
It can completely change someone. And so the fact that you guys made it through and worked through that is incredible, because it is really hard, and people do change sometimes forever.
Yeah. It is really hard. And I'm not gonna lie, like I'm a little nervous about like the next time we lose a parent, because it was just like such a hard time.
That's another thing about grief.
Yeah.
It lingers.
Like, you know it's happening. You know it's gonna happen.
It lingers in this way where it's like, what's next?
I know it's just like I know it's like the shadow person.
It literally
like,
is.
Yeah, and you don't know when anything is gonna happen. And like even my heart right now is just like hurting, because I'm like scared.
You kind of start to just live in that anxiety and that state of like, oh God, like it's almost like fight or flight. You're just like, oh, when's it gonna happen? Like yeah.
Yeah, especially as our parents have gotten older. And everything.
Oh yeah.
Oh yeah, because like, you know, like grandparents, that's always like your first one that you know
when
is
you're
gonna
a kid,
happen,
yeah.
right? You're always like, oh, it's gonna be a grandparent. Then it's usually like your pet, right? But like when it comes to like a parent or a friend or a spouse or whatever, you're like, oh my God.
Yeah, and the difference of like people in your family that you're not really close to, the grief is different. So like my grandma died when I was in high school, but I was never close to her. So it didn't really impact me like it impacted my mom or my sisters or anything like that. And that was like completely different than being in a grieving situation with someone who's close to you. Even if emotionally my dad and I weren't as close as we could have been. And like when my mom gets to that point, it's gonna be like devastating.
Oh yeah.
But
I will not let myself go there.
Like can't even think about it.
Won't think about it
because it's just like so different.
Yeah.
But even like in my situation, when I was dealing with my dad, my boyfriend at the time, his dad passed away too.
Yeah.
So at that time, one of my really good friends who I've known since we were in third grade, her dad passed the 30th of September. And then hers was actually in November. So my ex-boyfriend's dad passed 30th of September.
Okay.
And then my friend's dad passed in November. And then my dad passed in December. So it was like boom, boom, boom.
It's like that thing when they're
Yeah,
like, happens in
threes.
3
I know I always get scared when I hear one thing, because I'm always like, who are the next two? Like
it was like that for us.
Yeah,
and so me and him, even though we were in a relationship, we were dealing with our own stuff, and we did not like lean on each other at all.
Oh, wow. Okay.
Yeah. So he, I think, leaned a lot on his mom.
Yeah.
And his mom and dad were together. So he probably felt similar to how I felt about my mom, where we had to be there for our parents to like lean on them and help them. But we never really like leaned on each other. So that was interesting.
That is interesting.
But I feel almost like, how can you though? Like when you're, you know what I mean?
When you're both going through something like that, both of our dads at the
you're
same
so
time.
young, and it's,
And like, you know, you guys have memories and lives with your dads that like the other one has no idea about. So it's a very internal thing, I would think about.
Yeah, a super struggle for both of you outside of each other.
Well, and it's kind of good that you guys didn't like trauma bond, because if you did, who knows what that relationship would have turned into.
Yeah.
Did you just catch it?
I don't know. I think so.
We gotta get a fly swatter, because I have
this gun.
No, I did not
I
catch
have a
it.
salt gun.
you guys.
I'm actually really good with the bug assault. So if we need to bug assault,
I am like a fly annihilator. Like, I will decapitate this thing if you want me to.
It just like wants to be part of our video.
does.
Okay,
like you're not a part of the dream.
anyway, it's like
Oh my god, cut it all. Cut all
We're
of
just
it.
gonna cut all of
Okay.
it.
okay. Sorry. Okay.
It's not your fault, it's the fly's fault.
Yeah. What the fuck, fly? Okay. Why don't we dive into friendships?
Yeah.
Because that's a big thing
juicy
too.
stuff.
Is grieving a friendship that didn't
Oh my gosh.
work out.
Yeah.
Some of the friendships I've lost were more painful than other losses in my life.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Where I was like, damn, like this person was in my life for so long, and then just, I don't know, like it's like you know someone for so long, and then it just flips, and your whole life is kind of flipped upside down.
Yeah.
Yeah.
So yeah.
So what was the breaking point for you with like a friendship that meant a lot to you?
So I had a really long-term friendship that, I mean, we met, technically we met in high school, but it felt like we knew each other longer because my sister and her cousin were best friends. So like they knew each other before. And so when we finally met in high school, it was like we found out about this connection and we were like, oh my God, it's like we're family. Like, you know, because of this previous thing. And so it was like instant connection. We you know when you vibe with someone on a level where you're just like, oh my God, this person is like my person as a friend. That's how it was. And, you know, we were friends for so long, and I didn't even realize it was toxic until it was like brought to my attention. Like people, like strangers, like people that I was like meeting in friend groups when we were out together would come to me and just be like, hey, like this is going on. I don't know if you know, whatever. And so I'm not going to get into like the specifics, but like there were just things where people were like bringing it to my attention of like, hey, you should probably be careful because this is happening behind your back, or maybe you don't know, or, you know, their opinions of this person's my friend's behavior. And how I was treated. And so once that was brought to my attention, it's like the glass breaks, right? Like you just start to see it.
Yeah.
And you're like, oh, I'm not being treated well.
Yeah.
And you start to see all the things where you're like, is this abusive behavior? Like, am I being like emotionally abused by my best friend? Like, I don't want to believe that. I don't want to think that that's real. And when it like really, when I really had like my eyes opened, it all just kind of crumbled for me. And after like 16 years of friendship, it just all started to fall apart. And I was like, I can't trust this person.
Yeah.
I don't feel safe anymore with them.
Yeah.
And it was just so heartbreaking because like that's so much love. Like I had just invested in this person.
Yeah.
Just to find out that like I don't feel the same way. I don't feel the comfort, you know? And I think ending something like that is really hard, and you grieve it for sure.
Yeah.
And I did, and there's still times where I'm like, oh, I miss that friendship.
Yeah.
And then I'm like, I have to remind myself like, okay, but it wasn't healthy and it wasn't good. And
Well,
so
it's like
it's really hard.
It's almost like missing the idea of what you thought it was, right?
Totally.
And then knowing that there's
when it
that
was good.
betrayal.
Yeah. Oh yeah.
Yeah.
Yeah. Well, and then thinking about all the mistakes I made, and being like, what was I thinking? What was I doing? Where was my mind at? You know.
Yeah.
So it's all the aspects of like, you know, that there's a part of like survivor's guilt they talk about with, I don't know why I did that, but they talk about that with like, you know, when you lose someone that passes, it's like this feeling of like, what if? What if I did this differently? Would our friendship have been better? Like I did that with the loss of my friendship, where I was like, well, maybe if I did this, they wouldn't have reacted this way, or they wouldn't have treated me this way. And it kind of drives you crazy.
Yeah.
Yeah, because you constantly, well, I know I do this. You constantly try to look inside at what you could have done better and all of the ways that you could have like really made it work.
Yeah.
But ultimately, it's like it wasn't ever going to work
Yeah.
Yeah.
because it's not on you; it's on them too.
And that's that acceptance part of grief, right? Where
Yeah.
you have to like, you have to get to that point where you're like, okay, I just have to accept it. Like this was how it was gonna happen.
Yeah.
Yeah.
You just saw it at that time instead of
Yeah.
10 years later or 10 years earlier.
Yeah.
So.
Yeah.
What about you guys? Did you have any like monumental friendships that really like crushed you?
Yeah, I have one, and it's actually really interesting because it was like someone that I like considered like a sister to me.
Yeah.
Like heart, like I was like, this is my sister. We like looked a lot alike. So people, it was easy for us to just even pretend. But of course, like when we had our falling out, it was like it was like over boys stuff. It was stupid. It was something that probably should have just been worked out, but we were young. We were like 21 or something. And we were just too stubborn. And, you know, I felt a certain way, she felt a certain way, and then I was like getting ready to get married. And I remember I listened to other people instead of just like reaching out to her. And these people were like, she doesn't give a shit about you. So like, because I remember thinking like, she's supposed to be the person that's like standing next to me on my wedding day. Like she's supposed to be the one. And I just listened to everybody else, and then just like so much time like went by, and like I still thought about her and stuff, but I'm just like, I think because so much time went by, it just like made, you know, and like a lot of life happened, you know, we got married, we had kids, all these things. But now it's interesting because she's actually back in my life,
Okay.
but it's not how it used to be because I think like we're just so different. Yeah, like I have a lot of love for her, but I think I did reach a point where I wanted to get back to where we were, but I realized like I just like don't think that that's ever gonna be like that. But it's okay because like I still care about her. I'm still there if like she ever needed me, and vice versa. But I just think like too much time had passed where it's like it's hard to like repair something now.
That's that nostalgia though.
Yeah.
It
Yeah.
like nags at you.
Yeah.
So I think that like looking back, if I could like go back in time, I think I would have just like reached out to her before the wedding and been like, this is so stupid. I want you at my wedding. I want you up there next to me. Like you're my best friend. But you know, when you're young and you're like listening to other people, and then again, like people sometimes, I mean, like for you in your situation with your friend, like you were able to really see and be like, huh? But I think for me, people were feeding me things that I don't think were necessarily true, or maybe like she did say, but it's coming from a state of anger. But I think that if I would have had a conversation with her, things would have been a lot different.
Well, sometimes having the conversations doesn't fix it, right? Like in my situation, I did have some, and it was didn't make it work out, you know. So and that's part of that like survivor's guilt stuff where you're just like, what if, and it can literally drive me crazy.
That what if.
What if I did this differently?
I play the what if game all the time. So like that for me, that was one where it really messed with me for years and years and years until we finally were like, we're good. Like me and her are good, and I love that we're good. It's just I just too much time had passed where it's like, how can we like fill in the gap of space that we weren't in each other's life. So she was more like my childhood like teen best friend, but I'm not that person anymore.
Yeah.
Yeah.
And that kind of goes into the identity. Nice segue.
Yeah, hey, look at you. Look at you're like all comfortable now.
I know. I'm like
Like, you're
I'm just like, I could take a nap, seriously. Give me like some, like some snacks and I could be passed out on this couch. But yeah, it's a good segue into like the identity thing, because you hold on to this old version
Right.
of like what that relationship was and what that friendship was. And it's the same thing with the identity thing, where it's like you're holding on to this version of yourself or how things should be, and you're past that.
Yeah.
Like that's over. It's gone.
Yeah.
Yeah.
And like grieving the old identity of yourself.
Yeah.
And thinking like, man, I really miss that person that I used to be, that I am not anymore. And especially like for me personally, I feel like you feel this way too, having kids. That takes so much of your identity away from you, because you pour your whole heart and soul into your family, and you kind of forget that you have to take care of yourself. And you have to like, it takes a while, but you have to bring it back to yourself to where it's like, well, what do I actually like? And who do I actually want to like surround myself with? And even making friends as an adult is hard, because when you have kids, you have different types of friends. Like you have the mom friends, you have, you know, your friends from high school, and you have like your coworker friends or whatever.
Right.
And you're trying to figure out like who you are with all these friend groups. And it was so easy back then to just like be in this group of people.
You just get drunk and like meet someone in the bathroom.
and just like be friends with people.
You're like, I've known her for 10 years. We met in the bathroom. Like,
Yeah, she like held my hair while I was throwing up.
literally.
Yeah.
We bonded.
Yeah.
So when you look
Yeah.
at yourself in the mirror, you're like, who am I even?
Yeah.
Like, this is not what I used to look like. This is not who I used to be. So having that sort of identity crisis.
You know what's a good one too is like, I know for me, grieving that I'm getting older.
Yeah.
Oh,
yeah.
we started.
I know.
Don't get me started.
Yeah.
I feel so young inside.
Totally.
But then I look in the mirror and I'm like, oh, who the fuck is that?
It's all that
Yeah.
stuff that they told us growing up that we just didn't listen to.
yeah.
Yeah.
Where they're like, one day you're
Yeah.
gonna be
Or-
older.
Or even grieving the idea of what we thought being an adult was.
Yeah.
Because I remember looking at adults and being like, wow, they have all their shit together. Like,
No.
I can't wait to have all my
Yeah.
shit together. And now I'm like an adult. And
Yeah.
I'm like, oh my God.
No, we're just a bunch of
People
big. We're just a bunch of big kids, just like faking it. To be honest,
Totally.
We're just like acting like
Yeah.
we know what we're doing, but I'm
Yeah.
like, I seriously have no idea.
Yeah.
It's just like me and ChatGPT now. And like so, be like,
I
what
mean,
do-
that's like,
yeah,
I mean, some people are like, this is my friend now. Like,
Yeah.
you know, but
yeah. It's like, do I put my glycolic acid on at night or?
am I allowed to mix vitamin C with retinol? I think that's
Yeah.
bad.
When is a
That's
good
bad.
time to take my magnesium? Like,
Oh my gosh. I can't tell you guys in like just the last few months how many times I've like Googled like what vitamins are good for anti-aging. How many can I take at once? Like
Right?
oh my God. So before we started this podcast, I thought, let me go like check myself out in the mirror. And I haven't done my Botox in like 5 months. Okay. I like was like really good about it.
Right.
But I haven't done it in 5 months. And I thought there was like a piece of hair on my forehead. No, it was a fucking wrinkle. And I was like trying to wipe it, and I was like, oh my God. And then I lifted my eyebrows up and I go, that's a wrinkle.
that's not even a hair.
That's not a
That's what
strand
my
of
forehead
hair.
looks like.
Yeah.
Crazy. That was me this morning. I did a face mask before I came here. I was like, oh my gosh, my crow's feet are out of control today. Like, I was literally like 34 yesterday, and now I'm like 40. What's happening?
Well, you're in the desert too. So like the desert adds like
elevation,
20 years, you know what I mean?
That's
Yeah.
so true.
Yeah, if we
It
go
just,
to
like,
yeah,
your sponge.
if we just go to humid like a humid place, we'll be like
Oh yeah, my skin looks
oh, I
great
look
in Colorado.
fabulous.
Oh, I bet.
Great. I
Yeah.
look
Yeah.
10 years younger.
Oh, 100%. But here we look
Yeah.
like 80-year-old.
This is why I'll never move back. No, I'm just kidding.
Right.
Yeah. So yeah, I wanted to talk about that, like aging, getting
Aging.
older.
Yeah.
I did not think this was okay. Let's dive in.
Yeah,
This
isn't
is
that
not-
crazy?
yeah. It is really crazy.
And like even putting on makeup, like you know how your face kind of starts to like go
don't
down
wanna
a
talk
little
about
bit?
it.
I'm just like, oh my God, I
Yeah.
do not look good with eyeliner
Oh my
on
God.
anymore.
Oh no,
You gotta
same.
like switch it up.
Yeah.
I can't tell you how many times, like the past few weeks, I actually thought about using face tape. Like I really have, because I'm just like, if I could just put the face tape on and
Yeah,
just like
just
a
like
little
little
pull
sleeve
back,
it up a
little
little
pull.
bit.
That's all I freaking need. A little pull
Yeah.
back here
Yeah.
and like up by my eye. I would be like perfect.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah.
Yeah, I never had these, whatever these are.
Yeah, this
Yeah,
right here.
I don't
The
remember.
smile lines, is that what
Yeah,
they're called?
I never
Right.
had those, like, or maybe I just didn't think I did.
Yeah.
Or like I've noticed under here, I'm just like, oh
Yeah.
my god, why do I have such dark circles?
Yeah, like
why
when
is that
it was-
happening?
Or my
Those
pores.
happen.
I'm like, why are my pores so big?
Oh, girl, my pores have always been big.
Yeah, I'm like,
I'm
why
like,
are you-
I have always had a pore problem. But it's those things
Yeah.
where you're like, oh my gosh, we were literally just before filming. I was like,
Yeah.
Julia, do you want to see all my cute little gray hairs?
Oh my
Yeah.
god, I know. I'm
have
getting
so
so
many.
many.
Yeah.
Yes.
That's real.
And it's hard
Yeah.
because we both have really dark hair.
Yeah.
And
So you can see everything.
Everything.
and I love my dark hair.
Yeah.
Like I'm not getting rid of this.
Yeah.
Yeah,
That's
but
crazy.
so yeah, I thought that was a
Grieving
good
your
one.
youth.
So the next one,
hard.
this is gonna be a hard one to talk about. This is about pets.
Oh.
I know.
Yeah. This one is so hard.
I know.
I just have to like put this out there right now. If anyone's listening that does not think that pets are like as important as people, change the channel. Like,
Get out of here.
Yeah.
Because like, I mean, don't like keep listening, but it's just like I have had such deep connections with pets to where I don't have kids. So for me, I'm like, that is like the deepest like bond I could have with like in a nurturing manner, right? And I've had so many pet losses in my life, and I just like every single one was just like,
Yeah.
Like devastating.
oh my god,
Yeah.
like gut punch, you know?
They're like your kids. They're your babies.
They really are. And I've had so many pets that like were so empathetic that like got me through hard times.
Yeah.
And I felt like they really carried a lot of that weight because they would just like be there for me.
Yeah.
Like pretty much all my pets were just like there for me when I was going through stuff. And so yeah, losing pets is a hard topic.
Yeah.
I've lost pets, but my son Jackson, he's still around. I think about him dying all the time. I know that's like so morbid of me, but it's only because he's like covered in lumps that I know are probably cancer.
It's like a
and-
daily reminder.
yeah, and he's getting older, and I just know that I've got maybe a year or two left with him. Ugh, like I'm about to cry.
I mean, fear is a huge part of grief.
Yeah.
It's
oh my
like
god, like I
Just
think
the
that-
anticipation of
Yeah.
like what could come because you know like that it could happen or
Yeah.
It will.
happen.
Well, it's so crazy because so like when we decided to get dogs, it was because like I was in a place where me and Kyle had tried to I tried to get pregnant for 2 years and like it just like did not happen. I have endometriosis and I just like kind of got to a point where I thought I don't think I'm ever going to be a mom.
I'm
so
so sorry.
I was like, I guess we'll just be like dog parents, right?
Yeah.
So we went to like 3 or 4 different animal shelters because we feel like it's important to
Hell yeah.
rescue.
Adopt.
Adopt.
Rescue.
Don't shop.
Yeah, adopt,
Yes,
don't shop.
yes.
And it was like the last rescue center, and me and Kyle both each found a dog that we both really liked. And when I found Jackson, his name was like Vinny or something.
Vinny.
It's like a mob boss. over here.
Vincenzo.
I remember like he was a puppy. He was only 4 months old, and I remember they like would let us go to this room where
Yeah.
you know you can see if like this is gonna work out
And
or
if
not.
you vibe or not.
And he
Yeah.
was like the only dog that actually I feel like cared about us.
Yeah.
All the other dogs were just so excited to like escape their like little like jail cell,
Mm-hmm.
you know? And he was just like so sweet.
Yeah.
And he looked kind of scared, you know, and I just thought, oh my god, like I am obsessed with this one. And Kyle
Mm-hmm.
goes, oh, you know, like they'll rescue, someone will take him.
Oh.
But like I don't know, I felt it.
There's
like
a bond.
we
They
had a
have the
bond.
connection.
So
Yeah.
we had Jackson, me, our other dog, well, the dog that Kyle picked out. Because
Okay.
originally we were just going to pick one, but then
you left with 2 that day.
we left with 2 because they got along so well. So I was like, oh my god.
Yeah.
But yeah, no, he's like really special to me because like I was like, he's going to be the child like that, like I never got, and especially too like I have girls. Like I always wanted a son and I never got a son. So like he's my son. Like son is in his name, Jack's son. Like he's my boy, the love of my life. Like he loves me, and so like when the day comes, I'm not gonna be okay, guys.
Yeah.
Just like every
Yeah.
you know.
We talk about this a lot.
Yeah, like I'm like tearing up
We
right
need
now.
to have like a literal grief party. Like I will fly out.
Oh yeah, I already
because-
told my husband I'm throwing him a celebration of life
Yeah.
party. Like we
Trust me, like
doing all
I
the
just mean like
things.
trust me.
Yeah.
You want me there. Like I went through a very similar loss with my dog,
Yeah.
and it was like it shook me.
Yeah, I mean, I'm like looking at him now.
I know.
And he's just like so
I
cute.
know he's right when I came in, I was like, love his
And he's
energy.
stunning. He's handsome.
He's so soft.
I love
him
him.
so much.
So yeah, but
Yeah.
losing a pet is really
Yeah.
hard.
Yeah.
Especially like when you lost your pets, did you ever have to put them down?
Yes.
I feel like that's just so
same for me,
fast.
too,
You know what
yeah.
I mean? Like you go to a place and then it's
Yeah.
just and then they're gone.
Yeah.
Yeah,
You know?
the hardest one for me was my childhood dog. She lived to be almost 17.
Okay.
And by the end, like, she could walk.
Yeah.
And so that one was horrible. My
Yeah.
mom was a wreck. My mom could not. She was like, I need your help. I can't
Yeah.
do this. And I was like, I don't know how to deal with this either.
Yeah.
Yeah.
But we did, and we did it together, and it was, it was hard, but we got through it. But I will say, losing a young dog tragically was the worst.
Yeah.
That was the worst.
Yeah.
And I still have not recovered. I mean, I couldn't look at his picture for like 2 years
Aw.
because I would like instantly cry.
Yeah.
Because I was just like, no, he should still be here. Like, this is not okay. So yeah, I mean, when you bond with an animal, I mean, I used to hold him like he was a baby.
Yeah.
Like, literally would like rock him. And yeah, like when you bond with an animal that deeply, it's just the pain.
Yeah.
I mean, I took off like a week from work, and people at work were literally like, hey, so like, are you coming back? Like, your dog died. And I'm like, I'll be back when I'm ready to come back.
Yeah.
Like, it was so bad.
Yeah.
Yeah.
But I was like, I don't care what people think, because to me, like, they don't know.
Yeah.
Yeah. They
What-
don't know the bond.
Yeah, they don't know what I felt and what
Yeah.
he provided for me.
Yeah.
You know? And vice versa.
Yeah.
So
I had two pets. Two
Yeah.
pet stories. So the first one,
I keep wanting to give you my microphone. It's your turn.
You got the mini mics.
Sorry,
Um,
go ahead.
so I have two. So I'll talk about my dad's cat and then my cat. So my dad's cat, his name was Harvey. He was like my dad's bud. He was like, he would bring him birds. You know how like
Oh, yeah,
cats
or-
do that?
yeah.
He would bring him like treats,
Yeah.
like birds
That's
and
so
stuff.
sweet.
So
I mean,
my
it's gross, but it's sweet. You know.
For a cat, it's
Yeah.
very sweet.
Yeah.
So when my dad died, he died technically from pneumonia. And so like almost a year to the day, my little cat Harvey, my dad's cat, he got really sick, and me and my mom didn't really know like what was going on or like what was happening. We had to take him to the emergency vet. He ended up having pneumonia, and we had to put him down. It was just crazy that he died from the same thing.
Yeah.
Because it was like that was their bond too.
Yeah.
You know?
That's so,
So,
real.
and it was like super sudden too. It
yeah.
was like that day we went in and they were like, "Oh yeah, he's not going to make it."
This happens a lot.
Yeah,
If you research it, this is a real thing.
it was like traumatizing.
Yeah, and it happens to a lot of people. Like their pet, like either they'll pass and then their pet will pass, or their pet will pass and they will. It's like it's disconnection. Yeah.
Yeah, it was crazy.
Yeah.
And then my cat, I got her. My parents adopted her and her sister when I was 12, and she lived to be 18.
Oh my
So
gosh. That's the dream.
like she was my cat. Like Sunshine was my
Yeah.
cat,
Aw.
and I took her on every move I moved around.
Yeah.
She was always there with me. And towards the end, she had kidney issues, and she had to be on medication. And she just got super skinny, and it was just very sad because
The decline.
I had her for so long, and there were times where like she was an asshole,
Yeah.
and
Yeah.
she would
Oh,
like
yeah.
pee and poop on things, and all the
we
things.
can all be assholes.
Yeah,
Yeah.
yeah, they get in the trash all the time. They're my trash dogs.
Right, but
Yeah.
when you know that it's coming, and you're just like, I have to let you go because you're not
Yeah.
I don't know
you're
what's
not
harder.
doing well.
Yeah,
Yeah,
I
it
don't
was
know what's
sad.
harder. I don't know if it's the sudden that's harder or the decline. Like
Yeah.
both-
Yeah.
They're both sad.
Yeah, it's just like different forms of like the whole point of this
Yeah.
is like different forms of grief affect you differently, but they all hurt almost
Just as much.
Almost just as much.
Yeah.
Yeah.
As I was getting out of my car, I hadn't even taken a sip yet and dropped the whole thing and it spilled everywhere, and I grieved that.
Yeah.
Like I literally was like, "Damn it!"
Yeah. Like I really wanted that
Yeah,
coffee.
it's like a mini grief. I call it a mini grief.
Yeah.
One time, I have a funny story. So after Kyle's mom had passed, you know, I'm dealing with like all of his stuff and my kids, and like I don't even have time to grieve because like, you know, like I'm dealing with everybody else or whatever.
Show must go on.
Yeah. I remember I was like, I really just like need to feel relaxed. So I scheduled a massage with my favorite massage therapist. Like she had just came back from maternity leave. Like I specifically asked for her.
Yeah.
And I get to my place. I'm so excited to finally have her back. She's like the only person that just like knows my body. And I check in, and then this like woman that's not her is like, "Hi, I'm here for you." And I was like, no, I asked for so and so. And then the front desk person goes, oh yeah, like she's not gonna come in today, so we have you with this person.
Could I get a call? Like a courtesy
I
call?
lost
Right.
my shit.
I would have too.
And I mean, I
Warranted.
lost my shit. I was like a crazy Karen.
Yeah, warranted.
I mean, because I was just like, you guys, I'm going through so much shit right now.
Yeah.
I was
Yeah.
like, my marriage is crumbling. Like, I'm trying to stay strong for everybody. Like, I completely, like, was like, the one thing I wanted was just a massage from her. Like, you could have called me. You could have
Courtesy
told
call.
me.
Yeah.
I could have changed my days.
I have fired people for less.
I
Like,
Right?
nope, I don't mess around.
I don't
Yeah.
think I realized how much I needed that massage.
Yeah.
And it was just like, you guys, that was like the one thing I needed.
Y'all just opened the
Yeah.
floodgates.
Yeah, so then
That
I
was
ended
it.
up, I stormed out and I ended up crying in my car to
Yeah.
Kyle because I was just like, I just wanted a massage from her.
Yeah.
And you know what's crazy
Yeah.
is you probably really needed that cry.
Yeah, I
It was
did.
probably time.
You were just like holding
Oh,
on
I
to
was.
everything.
I
Yeah.
was. Yeah, but it's so funny. I haven't been back. It's been a while, like a year and a half. And,
You're like,
and every
Some
time,
days.
every time my husband tries to schedule an appointment, he's like, I feel like they know that I'm married to you, and I feel like they treat me weird because you're like the crazy lady that flipped out.
he's like, I'm being treated oddly, like by association.
Yeah,
Yeah, literally.
I felt so bad, but
Yeah.
that was it. And then
You
I
just needed
I
it.
lost it in the car. I was just crying and
And those cries are
Yeah.
like, those cries. I used to, there was a time where I was like, okay, no crying.
yeah.
Crying is for wussies. We're not doing this. And now I'm like, this is actually probably another good segue into like triggers, right?
Oh, yeah.
Because like, I will just be like, living my life, la da da, everything's fine. And then a Beatles song comes on. My dad was a huge Beatles fan. And I'll just be like, I love this song, and just break out, right?
Yeah.
Like, just
Yeah.
break down, and it's just this whole thing, and I wasn't expecting it, and I was having a great day, and then it just hits me. But then after, I kind of feel better.
Yeah.
I'm like, okay, that's
Like
sucked.
you needed that.
Yeah,
You
like
needed that reminder.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Crying is so good for you. I cry literally every day.
I've
It's
been
like
Is it good
Or-
for your skin?
Right?
right.
Apparently
Speaking
not,
younger.
because I thought that I had a hair on
Girl,
my
you look
forehead
great.
and it was
No,
on
Yeah.
you look great.
No, I think I'm a ball of emotions, and so like when I'm happy for people, I cry. When I'm sad, I think I don't know how to manage all of my feelings, so I just like cry it out.
Wait, what's your sign?
Sagittarius.
Oh, I love that. Yeah.
Yeah, I cry all the
Let
time.
it
My
all
husband doesn't know what to do with me because I have too much emotions, and he doesn't have any emotions.
His chill is just like, ooh, what do I?
Yeah.
Yeah.
He always goes,
Yeah.
I'm sorry you feel that way. I'm like, why do you sound like a robot?
Because he doesn't
He's
know
like,
how
I'm
to
scared.
react. He doesn't know how to react to that.
Yeah, he's like, what's the right answer?
Yeah, because nothing will be the right answer. Okay, so what about, do you guys have any advice, like for anybody that's going through grief currently, that you would share with everybody?
I feel like Julia should go first because I feel like her advice is the best advice. on the planet.
Or maybe mine, because mine would suck. So
I don't know about that.
first the worst.
You go,
second
you
the
go,
best.
you go.
Second the best, yeah.
Um,
Third's the
But
nerd.
third's the nerd.
there we go. I haven't had a lot of personal grief. I mean, I've lost like grandparents and things like that. So I think my stuff would be more about either myself or like watching someone go through that. But I think the biggest advice for maybe someone that's watching someone go through grief, because that's something I've had to experience in the last like year and a half, is like no matter how much you try to think that you're helping, I just don't think that there really is anything that you can do. You kind of have to just like let this person like go on their journey.
Yeah.
And when they're ready for you, they will come to you with whatever that is. If they need you just to hang out on the couch with them, if they need you to
that's
just
so true.
make dinner, if they need you just to,
Just be
if they just
support.
want to sleep in.
Yeah.
Yeah.
You know what I mean? Like,
Yeah.
I think that you have to, as the other person, just keep doing what you're doing and just like be there for them when they need it.
Yeah.
Oh my gosh.
Yeah.
That's not bad advice.
That's
What are you
great
talking
advice.
about?
Is it?
And
Oh.
we know because we're.
Yeah.
I mean, I
we're
didn't feel like it was.
saying,
I just feel like I don't have. You know
No,
what I
that's
mean? But I
incredible.
just.
Yeah.
No, as somebody who's helped or been a part of somebody's
Yeah.
grief process,
Yeah.
that's great advice because there's a lot of people out there who don't know how to help their person.
Yeah.
Well, and it's funny too because like my aunt went through cancer and she survived. She's like doing great. But I remember like watching all of us like watch her, right? Like
Yeah.
and thinking like, is she gonna make it? Is she gonna not? And like no one ever like gives the other people, like the family members or the spouses or anybody like tools, right?
Right.
Yeah.
How do you deal with this sort of stuff?
Yeah.
But I think that like there really isn't anything you can do.
Yeah.
You just have to just
You just have to be whatever support that they need from you.
Yeah. And it could change day to day. Like,
Yeah.
Yeah, totally.
moment to moment. You just don't know.
Yeah.
That's a
So
great
anyways,
answer.
you go.
I think my advice would be to keep the people around you that you like really care about and don't worry about everything else. Like for me, when my dad died and it was just my mom and it brought us so much closer. And it really taught me to like take pictures of people, like
Yeah.
hang out with your friends, call your friends, talk to them, see how they're doing. Even if they're not always like reaching out to you, everybody's busy, but just remembering that like when you think about somebody and you care about them, you have to make that effort to just be around them and not worry so much about like the fluff of how many people are in your life or like like being friends with everyone. So it's like for me, I thought just keep the people that you want to be around you and be close to them.
Love that.
Yeah, because they won't be one day.
Yeah.
Yeah. So.
Yeah, there's so many things to learn from loss. I mean, if you're not careful though, it can kind of overwhelm you.
Yeah.
When I lost my dad, I experienced a grief that I had never experienced, which was existential grief. And that was just like constantly like, what are we doing here? What is life?
yeah.
Why
Yeah.
are we, what's the point? And so sometimes it can take you to this really, really dark place where you're just like, oh my gosh, like, how do I come back? And so for me, it was really important to realize like life is short, but you don't want to like isolate and not live your life.
Yeah.
You want to make sure that you're still enjoying your life and kind of just like don't settle for anything less than what's going to make you happy.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Make yourself happy.
Yeah.
Because it's only your life.
Because you got one life.
Yeah.
Oh my gosh,
Nobody
I feel
cares about your life more than you.
I feel like
Oh
Take my microphone out of here.
I know. I know.
Okay, I'm taking a nap.
I know, right? Good
love
night.
this.
Good night.
I love
I
this.
love it. No, I love you guys.
Yeah.
Oh, this was great. This is
So,
a really good episode.
Do we want to say anything to like anyone who might be like currently like in the midst of it?
Reach out to your friends around you.
Yeah.
Even if you think nobody cares, they do.
They totally
That was something that I really wish that I would have done is like reached out to my friends.
Yeah.
Yeah.
And because I didn't think that they cared.
You're not a burden.
Oh my god,
Yeah.
I know. I
Yeah.
always hate when people don't reach out. I'm like, I
Yeah.
will always be. I don't care if we
Yeah.
haven't talked for 20 years.
Yeah.
Yeah.
I will be there.
Reach
for
out
you.
to your friends.
Yeah.
Reach
'cause
out
they
to your
care.
friends,
Yeah.
people.
Yeah.
Yeah, I will
Sounds
be there
great.
for you.
I think that's a wonderful way to end this.
Yes, I think so too. Look at you. You're like so comfortable.
Oh my gosh.
Just come
Did
back.
you
I was
have
gonna
your
say,
own
if you
podcast?
guys ever need a third. I'm down for a little throuple action.
Yeah,
Yeah.
that'd be great.
And that's a wrap for today's episode of Oh My Gosh, What?
We hope you enjoyed listening to our crazy stories.
Also, don't forget to subscribe, like, and review us on your favorite podcast platform.
And follow us on social media for even more fun content and behind the scenes looks.
Thanks for joining us today, and we'll see you next week.
Okay, bye.
Bye.